Okay, my name is Shayla Zimmerman, and today we are going to do a lesson called Phoneme, Segmentation, and Blending. This is for kindergarten level. My objective is for students to know and apply grade level phonics and word analysis skills in decoding words. Students will be able to blend and identify a word that is stretched out into its basic sound elements. The prerequisites are knowing all the letters of the alphabet, being able to read small words, and knowing that letters create spoken words. The materials that are needed for this lesson are the card set blends game, the beginning blends chart, the picture cards and pictures of objects that students will easily recognize, such as a tree, a book, a flag, etc. And this lesson should take about 35 to 40 minutes. Students can be in pairs or individuals. And so, okay, and here we go. So I'm going to demonstrate the I do first, then we do as a class, and then you do. They do on their own. So the first activity we're going to do is the picture card game, which is where I'll have a bunch of pictures for the students, and I will put them on the board first for demonstration, and then so like I created these little pieces of paper since I don't actually have this game, and I put them on the board. So this one says tree. So it would be a picture of a tree, and I would put this on the board. The frog, car, and book. And I would have all these on the board for the students to look at. And they're pictures. And then I would say the word book. And I would say it in, I would tell the students, I'm going to say this in snail talk. So slow talk. So I would say, sounding all of the letters out, book. Which one of these pictures is a book? Is it the picture of this animal? Oh wait, that's an animal, right? That's not a book. Does this look like a book? This is a tree, right? That's not a book. This one looks like a book. This is a book. And then I would switch it around to where I would pick one of the pictures and then say the word. And I'd be like, I wonder what this picture is. And I'd be like, this looks like a car. This is a car. And so you could play it both ways. You could switch it around both ways that way. Then I would I would start having the students join in on the activity, and we would play it as a class. So then we would move on to the we do. And along the way, I would be clarifying questions and making sure all the students knew how to play the game and what we were doing. And I would also make sure that the words aren't too hard or too easy for each of my students. So like my tag students, I would give a more challenging word, like maybe can't think of an example right now, like vehicle instead of car, and then for students who are struggling, I would give them more simple words like cat and dog, bird, short words like that. And then, another word that might be a little more tricky would be like globe and glove. just like longer words like that. And then moving on, I would do the, I have the pair card, the card set blends game, which is where I would pair students in groups of 2, and they would start working on the card set blends chart worksheet, and I kind of quickly made an example of what the worksheet would have on it. So this is where students see a picture of the object. This is a glue bottle, and then it says glue. It says the word under it. And these dots here are for students to put their finger on and follow each sound in the word. So g, glue, glue. And then the arrow is for them to say it all at once. Glue. So students can do this. This would be a fun activity for them to do in pairs. And then there's broom and crack. So yes, and while students would be working on this worksheet, I would walk around the classroom to gauge their learning and kind of assess where they're at and help them as needed. And yeah. So then the next activity would be the beginning blends game, and I would have beginning blends chart. I would have students do this individually, and again I would have the struggling students, I would pair those with the stronger students so they could help each other out. And the stronger students can reteach kind of the material to the struggling student. And this is beneficial for the struggling student because then they can learn that material in a different perspective than from how I taught it. And it's also beneficial for the tag or stronger student because then they're reteaching the material, and it is basically being drilled more into their brain, and they will most likely retain it better and know the material even better than they did before. And the ELL students, I would try to pair them together. And if it was an odd amount, I would just pair them with a stronger student to help them out. And with both the ELL or struggling, I would work with them one-on-one when needed and as I could. So for the beginning blends worksheet, I did another example. So there would be like the beginning of the word. Sorry, this is backwards for you, but so this is GL, and then there's a picture. So, and then it starts out with GL, and then there's spaces, so they can fill in the rest of the word. So this is globe, and they would fill that in, and they would do the same thing. Here's glove. That's supposed to be glove. And then this is DR for drum. Starts out DR down there in the picture. Dress. Grass over here for GR. Whoops, got ahead of myself. And GR is here. And then this is a picture of grapes and GR. And then they fill in the blanks for grapes. And they would do this individually, except for ELL students and the struggling students, like I said before. And so, again, some of the words might be too hard for students, so I would give them more simple words. I would differentiate the material and the worksheets and the lessons to fit their needs. And for the tag students, I want to make sure that they are not finishing early and getting bored. I will make sure that their words are more difficult. Not that they have more work to do, just that their work fits them at their level and that they stay busy and engaged with the material. And that is all. Thank you.